Hey friends, Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to share with you all the patterns and the fabrics that I've chosen to sew up to make dresses for this year's Project Dress a Girl initiative. This is an initiative hosted by Mari over at Mari Sews. I'll link to her intro video for the 2024 challenge. But this is year 4 for her hosting this challenge on YouTube and Instagram. People participate in Instagram, and we're making dresses. We mail them to Mari, or if you live in another country, you can mail them to, she has a whole video explaining different people and different ways to get your dresses off to the right person, who will then get these shipped off to little girls who are living in extreme poverty in different parts of the world. The wonderful thing that I love that Mari also suggests, if you live in an area where you don't have an ambassador who can take on these dresses, or if you just want to sew some things and not ship them off, she's encouraging everyone to still try to make a dress or 2 or 20 and donate them to local charities in your community, shelters for women and children. I know here, this year, dresses to Mari. This year, I plan to put into my schedule to make some more to donate to one of my local charities here in Minneapolis, which is a house for teen moms and their children. I've done Project Dress a Girl before, actually when I lived in Michigan, and I used to have a storefront. The students from a local college that were in the fashion merchandising program there came to my store. I donated the fabric, and they sewed up we all sewed up a bunch of dresses and donated them. And that was the only time that I had participated. We did that 2 years when I lived in Michigan. And so I was really excited 2 years ago to learn that Mari was doing this online. So I participated not last year in 2023, but in 2022. And I'll share I think I donated 7 dresses that year. I'll share images of those dresses at the end of this video. And I think I may have made a video and put it on YouTube. So I'll link to that if I do. I'll have a bunch of links in the description box for you guys to go check out. But anyway, last year I started dresses and I picked something really simple to do, and I still didn't get them done in time. It was just, I had a lot going on last fall. And so I plan to finish those dresses, and I have some new dresses that I want to make. Last year's dresses, as I said, it was like a little cheat for me, and I'll talk about that in a separate video. But these dresses will be 100% fabric dresses, and I just want to show you the patterns that I've pulled and the fabric that I've pulled so far. I'm going to start with this plan, and then I have 2 more patterns that if I get these done in time, because that's my thing, I planned out all these dresses, and then I was like working on them all together, and then I ran out of time for shipping. So I'm going to get a lot finished this year so I know something can be shipped before the deadline, and then I can make this extra round of dresses. And so, yeah, let's get into the patterns and then the fabrics that I've pulled to work with this year. Okay, so let's have a peek at the first pattern that I've pulled. I've made this one before. I actually used this pattern for the first year in 2022 when I participated. This is Simplicity 2377. And I should mention again, do please go watch Mari's video where she explains everything, because I don't want to leave anything out. There are some specific guidelines. For example, you can't have any like functioning closure. So they don't want zippers and buttons that are needed. They want dresses that the girls can just pull over their heads. And so that's why this is a great pattern, because it has elastic at the neckline, which allows, you know, the girls to be able to pull them over the head. It has different sleeve variations, and I have some sleeve variations of my own that I plan to do with this. But this is just a great dress pattern. I think you get the sizes from 3 to 8 in this pattern, and you have 6 different designs. Basically, they're just variations of the skirt and the sleeves and the bodice. Well, the bodice is the same, it's just the sleeves and the skirt variations. We do also have to put pockets on these dresses, so that's a simple thing. I feel like I may have forgotten to do that in some of my dresses. That's why it's important to really look at her video and take note of the specific guidelines. I think I added pockets on all of them that first year. I can't remember, but I have a note to make sure. I'm actually going to cut the pockets out first because the dress patterns, 2 of them that I'm using, don't have pockets as a part of the dress. But anyway, this is the first one. And let me just tell you, the dresses need to be in natural fabrics. Of course, I am a cotton girl for children's clothes, linen. I like the natural fibers anyway. But let's zoom in here a bit, and we'll have a look at the back of the pattern, just so you can see the yardage that's required. So that's one of the things. I mean, the goal in this isn't necessarily that you're running out and spending a ton of money buying fabric to do charity sewing, right? Most of us that sew have fabric sitting around that we could spare. And especially with a pattern like this, you can do, you know, print blocking and color blocking. You know, you can use little bits for the sleeves, and you can actually make a patchwork bodice. So I like this kind of pattern for those that don't necessarily want to go out and have to buy fabric to participate in the challenge, because that could be, you know, something that stops someone if they think they have to buy fabric to participate, right? So the maximum amount of fabric you need for the largest size dress here is a 1.5 yards of fabric. I should say too, I'm picking things. That first year I made some dresses that had a little slimmer fit, and I've decided just for the girls to be able to grow into them a bit longer, I'm only gonna make dresses that really have like a fullness in the skirt and also kind of a fullness in the bodice, so that they can wear them longer as they grow. I made dresses like this for my daughter when she was little, and as she grew, a lot of kids, right, they grow up and not out proportionally. So as she started, she was a tall little girl. So as she grew taller, her dresses just got a little shorter and shorter. And some of the dresses she would then wear as tops, you know, as tunics, and she would have her little leggings or shorts or even pants underneath, because she wasn't outgrowing the width of the dresses, right? And so that's something to think about too. You want to have things, we're using fabric and designs that are going to give a bit of longevity, so that these girls can really use and wear the dresses for a longer period of time. So just to make considerations. And then of course, it's always fun to add the little frilly things, ruffles, and using fun fabrics and all that. There are some things that you can't use in fabric. Again, I'm going to show you the fabrics that I've chosen to fit into those guidelines, but Mari's video explains it all, okay? So anyway, pattern number 1. The next pattern that I pulled, this is also in the same size range from 3 to 8. And this dress has a version that has pockets in it, which I thought was really cute. I've never made this dress before. I would make version D without the little, you know, bubbled hemline. And then I'm probably going to make a version B where I'm adding that ruffle to the hem, and I'll add a little pocket somewhere up here. Now this one does have a single button closure at the back. I'm going to do a modification to get around that so that this can be a pullover the head dress as well. I also like this one because it does give a 3/4 length sleeve option, which I will do just to have dresses, you know, for different climates. Not everybody's climate is going to be warm all year. And so instead of them having to find another layer, sometimes having just a longer sleeve is enough to make this a year-round dress for the little girls. Let's zoom in here again just to have a quick peek. Again, we're going to use cotton. And if we look at the largest size, which is an 8, and the largest amount of fabric for a 45-inch wide fabric. Now, some of our fabric will be wider, but we're looking at, you know, no more than 2 yards of fabric. So this one does use a bit more fabric than the other one because this skirt is a lot fuller with this swing dress style. So just keep that in mind. But again, I think that this Simplicity 8935 could be a great option for this Project Dresser Girl dress. All right, so that's pattern number 2 that I pulled. Then I do want to make some things for the older girls, the larger girls. So I pulled this pattern, which doesn't have a dress, as you can see. But again, it has that elastic casing at the neckline. It has some sleeve variations. And I'm going to hack this by combining the top and the skirt to make it into a dress. So this goes from sizes 7 to 14. Let's get this out. This was a display pattern, so it has that display number. But the actual Simplicity pattern number is 9934. And it's just a darling pattern in general. But again, I wanted to have something that would have that pull over the head adjustability for the big girls too. And so yeah, very simple dress. This is one of those level 1 learn to sew dresses from Simplicity. And then let's zoom in here and have a look at the fabric requirements. So here, if I look at the largest size, which is the 14, and I'm gonna look at top A paired with top D, because that would be the longest skirt, and then the skirt with the long sleeve. So that'll be if I made that version, that would use the most fabric in a size 14. So for 45-inch wide fabric, I'm looking at 1 3/4 yards and 2 1/4. So we're looking at a total of 4 yards of fabric, according to this. Now again, because I'm making these together, I may be able to lay these pattern pieces out and use less fabric. We shall see. I'm definitely gonna make one in the size 14 because I think they get fewer of the larger size dresses. And then I'll let you guys know in the makes video how much fabric I actually had to use to make that variation. All right. And another variation that I might do is, especially for the smaller sizes, I might do version A, but with skirt C, and make that like a shorter skirt for the size 7s and 8s. We'll see. So these are the 3 patterns that I pulled. They all happen to be Simplicity. Now let's have a quick peek at the fabrics that I pulled. So these first 2 fabrics that I pulled are ones I have a lot of yardage of. These are leftover from the days when I used to make a lot of little girls' dresses. So I'm going to go ahead and use up as much of this as I can. These are 100% cotton. This one is like a calico cotton, a medium weight quilter's cotton. And this is another one. This is like almost like a brush cotton. And I've made things with this, but it's like one that I just bought a lot of because I used to make, a lot of multiple sized dresses. This is from Tracy Porter. If you guys are like old school sewists, you'll remember the Tracy Porter collections at Joann's. Just beautiful, beautiful print. Has this pink and some green and this beautiful deep brick red color. So I'm definitely going to use those up I'm going to make a dress or 2 with each of those. This will be a great one to use with the this Simplicity pattern 8934 because it's lightweight and it needs a lot of fabric, and I have a lot of this fabric. So I'll definitely make dresses with this Simplicity pattern with this fabric. Then here are the next bunch of fabrics that I picked. I wanted to pick things that were colorful. I might use this one for the older girl's dress. We'll see, but I love these bright colors. I think this could make a fun dress for a little girl. All these fabrics are 100% cotton, quilter's cotton that I'm donating from my shop. And then, yeah, I just think this will be really pretty. So I'm slating this one to use for one of the sizes for this Simplicity pattern that I'm going to hack the top and the skirt into a dress. That's a definite option there. And then I pulled this sweet floral with a blue background. Again, just I think will make a sweet dress for the little girls or the big girls. 100% cotton, beautiful colorway. Has a darker background. So if there's any kind of staining or things like that, it'll kind of hide it a little bit more. And that's something also that I thought about in selecting most of these fabrics, is picking things where, you know, stains and things can be less noticeable, as children will be children, right? Here's another print that I pulled. This is kind of like just, I mean, it's kind of a floral field, a poppy field, kind of abstract poppy field. That background is green and it just has a fun kind of confetti color look to it. Really pretty. This will work for any of the dresses. And then here is another, just a sweet, delicate floral, but I think this print will work for all the age groups as well. And we're picking up some orange and some yellow and some lavender, some green with those smaller scale flowers. Again, can use that for any of the dresses. All right, and then here are the final fabrics that I pulled. 2 years ago when I did dresses, I used the Echinacea print in 2 other colors, and they were some of my viewers' favorite dress. They really turned out cute. Again, I'm gonna have images of those dresses at the end of this video. And like I said, I did make a video and talk about the patterns that I use. If you follow me on Instagram, they're also on Instagram. But I pulled these 3 colorways from the shop shelf because I have plenty of these, and so I will definitely try to make one dress out of each of these. All right, friends, so I've pulled my fabrics, I've pulled my patterns. Now it's time for me to get to sewing, get to cutting. I am dedicating 2 days. I'm gonna dedicate some time on one day just to get a bunch of stuff cut out, and then I'm gonna dedicate another day to just sit for several straight hours and sew, and I'll see how far I get. I have a really nice long playlist set up, so I have some videos to watch to keep me company while I stay focused on getting this at least several dresses hopefully sewn up on that day of sewing. Yeah, it's a busy time in the garden right now, so it's also going to be just good for me to get back in the sewing room and just have that, for me, peaceful time of sewing. And so, yeah, be sure to remember to check the description box. Go watch Mari's video. She's going to give you all the requirements for the dresses that you sew. And then she has unboxing videos where you can get inspiration to see what other people have already sewn up and turned in. She also has free patterns that you can use. So if you want to jump in and participate, you can just quickly go download those PDFs and print them out and get to sewing. And so, yeah, do check the description box. Again, I'm going to show at the end of this video dresses that I made from last year, including how this pattern turned out, because I did sew this one before. These other 2 are new for me this year. You'll hear all about that in part 2 of this video. And yeah, I look forward to part 2 of this video where I show you all what I actually got made. I will not miss the deadline this year. So even if I show you the video late, I'm going to get my dresses in the mail on time because I don't want to miss out on participating in this amazing effort again this year. All right. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the outro, and I will see you guys back here again for more sewing and gardening and just fun in life. Yeah. Bye.
Occasionally, I need to breathe. Stop me for a second, I got needs. Occasionally, I set them free. Don't hold me back now, I'm in the lead. This part so cold. down. 'Cause lately I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Now they're round on my mind. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Before I knew it, I was hurt by some stupid thing I overheard. I never built a wall to shut it all out, but now it's even made of concrete. This particle life, this particle life. What a time to be alive. Lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. 'Cause lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Now they're round on my mind. Hate me, but I ain't never coming down. Never coming down. I'm never coming down. Never coming down. Cause I'm getting stronger. Cause I'm getting stronger. Lately, I've been dancing on my own so bravely. Steady steps on the ground.